Liberation is just around the corner right here on the Business on Purpose podcast. Scott Beebe, your host, the head coach, the founder, and I am excited to be able to bring you this really brief episode. Just wrapped up spending some time with a heroic small business owner, and I love spending time with all of our heroic small business owners. Just so much fun. You might hear this podcast sometimes and go, does he really like his work that much? Yes. Yes, the enthusiasm you hear in my voice, I probably like what we do even more than what you even hear. Because sometimes I don't want it to sound overly manufactured, which is the reason that we're doing this podcast on a cell phone, by the way. But I spent this time with a heroic small business owner, and I've had the privilege of working with this particular owner for a little less than a year at the time of this recording. And you know what just dawned on me? And I told the business owner this. We had a discussion around this today. You are finally allowing yourself to trust the process. The process has been there. In fact, we've been talking vision, mission, value, systems, processes since day one. The process has been there. But you haven't allowed yourself to enjoy trusting the process. You've not allowed yourself to enjoy the freedom of allowing the process to work. You know what this particular heroic small business owner finally realized is I do have processes in place now. I do have the right people in the right seats on what seems to be the right bus moving in the right direction, albeit not at the speed that I ultimately want. But you know what? I'm not quite to my vision yet. And what we found is this business owner was not allowing himself to trust the process that he built. He was trying to circumvent it. He was trying to inject himself into it. And he had a team member today who has been needing to get some administrative accounting book work done for quite some time. And because of this interruption and this interruption and this fire that needed to be put out, they weren't able to get to it. And so finally today at 1:00, I asked the business owner, I said, do you mind if I take permission to do something right now that could be really, really transformative in the business? And he was like, sure. I said, okay, your bookkeeper, your controller is going to be off limits from now until the end of the day. And you can kind of see this kind of empty stare, but what if I need it? I said, no. You're going to have a chance to ask any final questions you need, but from here on out at the end of the day, he is off limits. And he asked him a couple more questions, and at about 1:30, the controller went off limits from anybody. And guess what? 5:00, he walks in and says, I'm finished. This was a major project. And because he had 3.5 hours of solid, deep work, deep focus, he was able to accomplish what had been postponed for weeks in 3.5 hours. I want you to stop making excuses. I want you to not just build the process, but I want you to trust the process that you've built. But Scott, what if yes, it might. But you know what's more important? Is communicating to the people who are running the process. I trust you. And I'm not going to interrupt you. I'm not going to demean your time by interrupting you so that you can work your process. What process right now have you put off? What process have you postponed because of the tyranny of the urgent, because of the fires that need to be put out, because of interruption? Either you're interrupting somebody else or they're interrupting you. What process right now could you both build and implement within a 2 to 3 hour time block with zero interruption, and it would change the game of your business? Not wholesale, but just by 1 degree. What process could you focus on right now that would change the game of your business by 1 degree? And I want to challenge you to go do it. And to go do it this afternoon. Or if it's afternoon or evening, go do it tomorrow afternoon. Plan on it. Communicate it. Let them know, this is what I'm going to be doing. If you have anything that you need from me right now, ask. But as of this time, until this time, I will not be available. Because this process in our business is going to serve all of us if I can get it done. Man, it was a powerful time today. And I hope you feel and experience that power. And you know what? You're a heroic small business owner. Trust me and trust the process. Trust me not in the way that you would trust Jesus. Trust me in the reality that we talk vision, mission, values, systems, processes. And if you do those things, yeah, you might fall down, you might trip, but in the long run, it will do you well. mybusinessonpurpose.com/vision. That's where you can start. See you next time right here on the Business on Purpose podcast.